better here than what I would have liked. That's not going to put me off my fishing. What it means is there's going to be a lot of noise on the microphone, and that can be distracting for everybody. Anyway, sorry, that's something I just can't have any bearing on that. We've just got to live with it. I've got 2 rods out again. This is the first cast. Weights of baits have hit the water, turn the camera on and do an introduction. So this is first cast. One thing I must say, that the conditions are very much in their favour as far as the sea is concerned. Should we be lucky enough to hook into a ray or any other fish come to that, it should be relatively easy to get it on the beach, unless it's a real big one. Anyway, the rods are out, they're both nodded away quite happily in the breeze, so it's just a case of sitting back, fingers crossed, and I'll catch up with you should we have any action. So it's only a small fish, but we've had a bite every time. This is their second time, sweet. I've got a feeling there's a bunch of fish in there as well. Yeah, I thought it was. Oh, this is another species. Excellent bait fish. This is a yellow-eyed mullet. We call them yems, just abbreviating the name. But as you can see, he's taken a 3/0 hook and he's hooked fairly and squarely in the bottom lip. And he's attacked a bait that's damn tight. You would think would be damn tight too big for him. But there you are, there's a yellow-eyed mullet. And by the time I've scaled it, I might decide to use it for bait. My wife might decide she can eat it. I'm a bit fooled on this one, I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, it's come way up on the surface, out a long way, which makes me think a coweye. But if it is, it's hard for me to tell what size it is, because again there's a large pond of weed on the line. But it gave a good bite, which makes me think it's a bit bigger than that first bit. Racing like hell along up there. I'll hold it down to keep it away from the other line. Yeah! Woo! I caught 3 small coweye. Well, this one's quite a nice fish. Certainly a bit bigger. No trouble getting a 4/0 hook in there. And the funny part is, I caught that yellow-eyed mullet and I thought there was only small fish out there. I just retied what was left on there in the line of bait, and shoved it out there and he took it. But there you are, that's a nice fish. That would fight very similar to an English mackerel. They really do tear around. That one didn't jump, but I think that was because there was weed on the line. But it certainly fought on the surface. So there you are, a very nice fish. Guess what we've got for tea when we get home? Come here. Come on. Come on. nice tangle up on the other rod. Then get a real good whack down. And I've got a lovely tote. Now again here, if you have a look at this, the main hook has not caught it, it's completely hanging free. That there is the keeper hook. Now there you are, there's a nice, lovely fish. So, I think it's pretty safe to say we've got fish for tea tonight. Very nice tote. Right, the tote being a member of the shark family, likewise with rays, have the ability when in distress to inject an ammonia into the flesh. It smells and tastes quite horrible. First of all, I've already dispatched this. It was given a few blows over the head. First we need to remove the fins. The seagulls will love all this in a minute. So we removed all of the fins. Now we need the gut cavity here. Obviously we don't want the gut, so we're going to cut down till we feel the backbone. And then slide it along the backbone. Look at that beautiful meat in there. Then we'll take all of this, cut it off. And we'll just give that a good wash. And we've now got left with what they call the trunk. Now, I actually wish to skin it. You can see this is still jumping. It's well dead. This is just nerves. No problems whatsoever. With what I did to it earlier on, take my word for it, it's dead. So what I've got to do is just slice around. I don't want. I'm just going to take a gentle cut up over the back. A gentle cut down this side. Then from here, using the knife, I'm going to slide that under the skin, if I can. I haven't got my best knife. This is a bait knife. I don't like doing this. I'd much rather have a proper filleting knife. With the aid of the long-nosed pliers, we're going to get hold of that skin. Just in a classic example of why you need to leave the head on. I haven't got the right tools to do any of that, but by just leaving the head on, it gives you something to really get hold of when you rip that skin off. Now if you look at this, that's beautiful white meat. It is totally boneless. There is one cartilage runs right down the centre of the fish. There are no rib bones off of it. It's smaller than my little finger. And that will come out easily. When I get home I'll fillet it properly. Good afternoon, it's Hutch here again. The conditions yesterday were good. So good in fact. Today they're absolutely perfect. The water's flat, virtually no breakers. One slight issue, there does seem to be a lot of kelp in the water, but I've got a feeling that's just on the shoreline. I think the actual fishing area is quite good. First casts are out, baits are out, everything's working. Time for me to switch off and I'll catch up with you shortly. Hopefully. little snapper. Well undersized, of course, that one's going back, but it is so nice to see fish like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, let's get the baits back in the water and see if I can do a bit better. Well, this is another species that you haven't seen. Obviously this is way undersized. Not the best place. That's a trevally. A real little baby. Well, we've certainly had a few different species of fish this week, but what a beautiful coloured little fish. Up in the islands they catch what are called GTs, and it's not gin and tonic, much to my disgust. Giant trevally, and they grow anything up to about 50-60 kilos. This is a little baby. Last even less doing that. And these don't, these grow up to about 6 or 7 kilos, but they're lovely looking fish. Very nice too. Well, just as I was beginning to give up, had a real good knockdown on this rod. Took it off the stand, and immediately it's gone over. Nice little fish. Probably join us for tea. But there you are, another nice little fish. Well done, little fella.